Today we're updating the reptile room for May, so stick around.
My name is Nick Pulaski. Growing up, I have always had a passion for wildlife, and with that passion, along with my passion of filmmaking, I get taken on some amazing adventures creating wildlife content, getting up close with a variety of incredible animals. So come follow along as I pursue my goals of educating, inspiring, exploring, and conserving wildlife, all while having fun, seeing the beauty in our natural world.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me here today. I am with this up-and-coming first-time father right here, my adult male banana leopard pied, and he just actually came right out of shed right now. He is looking fantastic, and he has sired this year 2 clutches. So one of them is baking in the incubator, just about to finish up. We are days away, guys. I am so excited for this. You have no idea. It's not an exaggeration whatsoever. I genuinely am excited because the big reason is because last year, obviously things did not go our way. We had a big winter storm as girls were building follicles, as we were pairing females, and I basically just pulled the plug on the whole operation because there was a whole thing where we literally had no choice, but for the animal's sake and everyone's well-being, I basically was like, you know what, it's not worth pushing this any further. We have to move all the animals out. And after that, it just wasn't the same. I was like, I'm not going to risk this. I'm not going to push this any further. And the very few girls that we had, I believe they did reabsorb, just because it was very early on in the stages. We did breed a little bit later in the season anyway, and I think just everything, the way that everything worked out, it just wasn't in our favor at the end of the day. So that's totally fine. But I mean, it's been a year in the making just to get back to this, and I am so excited about this. It's super exciting having the incubator running, having eggs in there right now. We have 2 clutches so far in the incubator. So one is to my 100% het pied female, to my banana leopard pied male right here, and the other is my lesser to Mojave male. So we're going to have a clutch from this guy at the beginning of June, which we're only a couple days in June right now, and only a couple days away from my birthday. So I'm really excited about that. Maybe we'll have a birthday clutch here for me, so I'm super stoked about that. It's going to be a really exciting treat for me. And we have a clutch at the end of the month as well too, so that is super exciting as well. So really exciting. Everything looks good. We do have 1 questionable egg in this clutch right now, and I've kind of been looking at it a little bit, separated it, and I mean, it can kind of go either way. We're going to kind of see once we open the actual container. Haven't bothered with the container since we put the eggs in there. We'll see how it goes. I mean, these things just happen at the end of the day. Not every egg is meant to hatch, so if that egg doesn't go, we have plenty of other healthy eggs, I assure you. So I'm super excited. Looking forward to seeing some of the eggs start pipping, so that's going to be really cool. So we're just days away. Like I said, guys, super stoked about that. And super stoked about you being a first-time dad, that's for sure. He is just a stunning male. Hopefully we hit on some beautiful pieds like him. Truthfully, I love the ratio of pattern to white on this guy, but I would love a little bit more pattern on them if possible. So we'll kind of see how they play out. I mean, I'm not going to be picky, obviously. I obviously just want the babies to be healthy and happy. But I mean, if I were to hold back anything, I would love that to be one of the reasons. But I don't think I'm necessarily going to be holding back too much from these clutches from this guy. So there will be a lot that's going to be up for grabs this season. The other female that's paired with this guy is currently still on food. She's taking meals like a champ. So I assume within the next month here or so, she's going to start getting off of food and she's going to start building even more. So but yeah, wow, what a wild month this has been. Things can kind of take a turn in an instant, you know, just life lesson in general. And I had that crazy car accident, and car was completely totaled, and you know, thank God for myself and the other one involved. We are completely fine. I still have a little bit of arm pain, but I'm totally fine. I know people have been asking and questioning, but thank you guys so much for your concerns. But yeah, I mean, we really got off like scot-free, and I'm really thankful for how things planned out and stuff like that, for the sake of me and for sake of the animals as well too, taking care of all these animals. I mean, thankfully, like we talked about, I did have plans in place if someone needed to come here and take care of the animals. But I mean, it's really nice to be able to be standing in here myself and being able and capable to do all the work for these animals. and not have them miss a day of any sort of attention. So that's been really a blessing for sure. And if you've been kind of seeing my shorts that have been coming out recently, I've been kind of just showing off some of the stuff that I have seen, both from going to certain friends' houses and also to going to certain collections at zoos, and really just enjoying and taking in some animal encounters that I have seen, and seeing some really cool species. Like I know I just recently posted some eastern Masaga rattlesnakes that I saw at the Detroit Zoo, and that's just always something that's a real treat for sure. I've never seen them truly in the wild while herping around Michigan or in Ohio, but I know some friends who constantly see them out there, and I would love to go herping with them just so I could personally see them in the wild. It's been kind of nice to kind of just like, everything's kind of winding down and stuff in terms of like the insurance calls and everything for me personally, kind of getting on a personal note here, but like it's really nice to kind of go back into a nice flow of normalcy for once, in my head kind of just like clearing up a little bit, where it's not just scatterbrained into a whole bunch of different places at once. I mean, typically it's normally like that, but I mean, this is to like a whole other level that's just so unnecessary. So we are finally winding that down, and I'm really excited for the summer, genuinely, because I am planning to hit a whole bunch of shows, both in terms of vending once the babies are all set up and nice and healthy, for sure, once we have them all set up on food and established, but also too just to see shows in general and get back with the community. I'm really excited about that. It's been a while since I've been to a reptile show, and in specific certain reptile shows as well, so I'm really excited to get back to shows, because that's personally where I love to be. And as always, I will let you guys know which shows I am attending well in advance, so you guys can hopefully attend there too. Hopefully I get to meet so many of you guys. I love going back to reptile shows and meeting so many of you guys, so that's always an exciting thing. And I'm trying to go to some really unique shows that I personally haven't been to ever, as well as I'm going to be making my rounds throughout here in the coming months. So I know I've been saying that for a while, and I know this kind of was a speed bump with everything, but we're going to have some really cool things in the works as well. And also too, I'm really curious about your guys' production right now, so let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear where you guys are at. How many clutches do you guys have currently cooking in the incubator, or do you guys personally have any mamas that are like self-incubating and maternally incubating their eggs? I would love to do that this upcoming season for sure. I would love to kind of experience that and see how that goes, and I would love to compare it to artificially incubating eggs. I would love to see just the turnout of that. I've heard so many stories from different people about their success and how it was super rewarding and cool to see the babies just pipping out on top with mama just wrapping her coils around them. I think that's something really cool at the end of the day. So that's something maybe this upcoming season I personally want to do and dive into. If you guys have done it in the past, I would love to hear your stories about it as well. What went right, what went wrong, I would love to hear those things. I think it's just a really cool thing to kind of see both sides of it, and seeing the artificial. I've done that for many times. But with the amount of girls that I'm going to have going this upcoming season, I think I want at least one or two of them maternally incubating, and seeing how that goes as well too, and seeing production wise how that is. So that's maybe something that's a possibility for sure. So if you've done it, let me know in the comments as well. But also too, I want to hear about your clutches that you guys have. If you have any clutches that have already hatched, if you guys have some that are still laying, or some that are still coming, I want to hear your comments on that as well. But otherwise guys, yeah, that is the big news for really this month. Besides everything that just kind of happened in the middle of this month, I want to just update you guys on the eggs and what's to come. I'm sure this next upcoming video we will probably see some babies popping out of the eggs, so I'm really excited about that within the next couple videos here or so. Really stoked about that, and we're going to try to make some really fun content here for this upcoming month as well. I know May kind of took a little bit of a curveball, but I mean, we made it through. Everything's fine, you know. It could have been a way worse for sure, you know, so can't complain whatsoever. But we're going to have the rest of the summer and for months to come of a lot of fun content for sure, so definitely stick around. If you could like this video, subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it, as well as hit that notification bell so you can stay in tune with everything that's going on. And definitely check us out on our social media as well too. I'll be posting updates there along with upcoming shows that I'm going to be attending as well too. We're going to have some fun, I assure you, so definitely stay in the loop with us as well. I would love to meet you guys. Otherwise guys, I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for checking in on me personally. The animals are doing fantastic. I'm super stoked for this upcoming father right here, father to be. I'm super excited to see his babies, so we only have days away like I said, so stay tuned, and until next time, I will see you guys soon. Take care.